What's up, guys? Thanks for clicking on this video and watching. If you haven't already and you enjoy watching these videos, go down there, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I really would appreciate it. On this video, I'm heading up to the lake, gonna do a little scout trip. Hope you guys enjoy. Like I said in the intro, I'm finally heading up to do a scout video. It's really kind of been the first opportunity I've had to get out and scout. It's been a busy summer, but it's early August, pretty hot today. It's not a great day, it's in the 90s, but I'm heading up. It's 4 o'clock right now. I won't get there until about 4:30, so it might cool off a little bit, but I'm trying to get some footage of some bucks, see if I can find some deer this evening in a big field. But it's just nice to get up here and scout because I want to know what the water level looks like. I want to know what the brush looks like on the side of the lake, on the banks. It really makes a big difference on this particular lake how the water level is. And the good thing is there's a lot of websites that'll show you different water levels on lakes, and you can kind of just store that, you know, in your memory bank. Like, okay, I know in the lakes at this pool, I know I can't get back to this cove, or I can't get back to this area, or the brush is really, really high when the water's at this pool. This type of stuff, you know, making a few trips out before the season is pretty beneficial, particularly on this lake. So I'm always back and forth on setting cameras out up here. This is core land, so it is legal, but I've had one stolen here in a different area, but I really just want to lay eyes on this new area I found last year. It's turtle mating season. And the first big observation I've already noticed. These banks are knocked down. The pool right now on this lake is normal, but there was obviously super high water during the growing season, which is why this stuff has been stunted. On my way off the main river there, I saw a nice buck track. So this is an area I think I'm gonna set a couple cameras in. I know for sure I wanna set one up in here, but as you can see, there's just a bunch of finger ridges right here that I'm on, right there, and right there, that just kind of lead down into this little flood pool almost. That's why I like coming up here, because if I would have just looked online at the website that shows you pools of lakes, I would have been like, oh, it's a normal pool. Vegetation is going to be really high on the banks, and it's complete opposite. It's a normal pool, but you can walk freely on the banks. That kind of stuff is just good to know. And I'm going to get after it here. I've never been over on this side, but I've hunted one time over there, and there was a lot of chinkapin oaks and just really good buck sign over there. So I am going to get a camera somewhere in over there, and then maybe somewhere in over here. That's a bummer. Dadgum, that's a real big bummer right there. All right, I'm gonna set my first camera up right here. It just looks like a nice little travel corridor. And what I've noticed when I've hunted this area, this is like the old flood zone. When the water was up real high, it knocked back a bunch of the vegetation, and then as you can see just past it gets real thick. And what I've noticed is those deer like to bed up in that thick stuff, and they'll come down to this what I call flood zone, where it's been heavy water before and it's knocked down this vegetation that hasn't grown back in a few years. But they usually bed up there and they work their way down and feed them where it's a little bit more open in here. So I don't know, I'm just gonna set it here and see what happens. It's a Dr. Meter all camo. It's got a nice LED screen where you can like view your pictures, do all your settings, view your videos. It does 4K video all the way down to like terrible resolution, so there's a bunch of different options you can pick from. And I think this thing is only like, I have to look at the price online, but I'll tag it in this video, but it's fairly cheap, really cheap. But you could do video mode, photo mode, video and photo mode. I think I'm gonna run the video mode first and see how it goes. So the photo resolution is 24 megapixels, 20 megapixels, 16, 12, 8, 5, 3, 1, tons of different options. You could choose the video length, all that kind of stuff. Again, I don't know how good this camera is. This is the first time I used it, so we'll see what happens if it's worth anything or not. I made it out of this long draw. I walked way up in there. Found one decent spot, but it's hard to tell because it's just so brushy. It looks good, it looks really deery, but it's just really, really brushy. What I've decided to do, I'm back down here at this bottom where I saw all those tracks. I'm just gonna hang a camera right up here and just see what the heck is crossing in this bottom. You know, a lot of these ridges feed right down to this bottom, so this seems like a natural crossing point. And shoot, this might be the place to hunt too, if they're out here during the day, if they're crossing this before dark. But I might just hang it up here and just use it as almost like an observation. I know if we get a really, really heavy rain, it might go underwater though, but I think we should be all right at this point in the year. Well, I just got to the spot I was going to scout. Water's up way higher than last year, so last year you could see a ton of the bank. Water's going up pretty high in the bank, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to see anything or not. And on top of that, it's pretty far where they're probably going to come out, so we'll see. I'll sit here for 30 minutes or so and see what's up. Saw a lot of does, little buck. Found a little pinch point over there where I saw multiple deer cross. So overall, I think it was a good scout trip though. It's good to just get back out here and see the terrain, how it's different. It changes so much year after year because the water level affects this stuff so much. I just spooked a deer over there. I heard it running. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.